Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Humankind, episode 6. This is roughly the halfway point here because I saw in the loading screen we are on turn 78 and we can play up to 150. So we're a bit over halfway. And that is important because we are on a time limited open dev build. We can play until the 28th. We are now the 21st of the time of this recording. So I have roughly a week left to play and I'm recording pretty much a video every day. So that should just about work out. Maybe we'll finish a bit earlier. But we're running into a bit of a problem here. We are at war. So maybe I should not have angered these guys. The Mongols here to my left. Oh, they switched into something else. They were the Huns before, I think. Anyway, we are at a war with another empire. From now on, until the end of the war, your armies can go inside the opponent's territories and vice versa. You can attack or be attacked in both territories. Isolated districts, harbors and extractors can be ransacked, and of course your cities can be besieged and you can lay siege to their cities. So that is important information. Let's see.
Well, I just hope you love surprises as much as I do.
You throw around empty words like the fool you are!
This is kind of cool that they interact with each other in this way. Let's see, propose a white peace. Suggest that both sides walk back their demands and end the conflict without either being declared the victor. Now, we cannot do that for another 5 turns. We could offer surrender. We don't want to do that, but we are fighting over these grievances, I guess. This territory and that territory over there. So we would have to be at war for a minimum of 5 turns, and then of course he could still ignore us. Let's have a look. Religious conversion started. Old faiths are failing and conversion begins. Interesting. So it seems we have a pretty strong following. Interesting, so these guys have a pocket of faith over here, somehow. But this might be changing. The empire belongs to beliefs in Mycenaeans polytheism and is taking over thanks to their current belief, 91%. Huh. It's a bit strange how that works. Because the Mycenaeans, I guess that does make sense, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird. Anyway, we could wait one more turn, I think, to finish off the Maker's Quarter, and then it's time to train some troops. Now over here we do have troops. Luckily, we are already building walls in KISS, so that does help us out a bit. We have walls. Or what is this? Low walls? I don't even know. Can we still build the palisades? Yes, so we don't have walls. This is just low rocks that mark the border of our territory. We're building the walls in Nibur, in Ur. So most of these cities are going to be protected. We have an outpost over here who is at risk of being taken. However, the Mongols also only have an outpost there. They have something else over here. This looks like a city or an outpost, but I'm not entirely sure. This outpost is way in the back here, but it should be pretty well protected. Then in Sipar we are making the Grand Mosque. So yeah, let's end this turn. Let's have a look. Empire 2 reached the classical with the Celts. Right, we are in medieval era, so they're a bit behind. Got an outpost. And Babylon. Now this outpost, let's have a look. Ah yes. So that finished, I guess. We could build a harbor, but we don't necessarily want to do that or need to do that. However, we do have our horses over here, which are finished and active. So that's pretty nice. Anyway, we have 2 idle cities in Babylon. We could start training troops, or we could start making a wall. And I think probably to be on the defensive, having walls on all of these would be pretty nice. Alternatively though, we could try and buy out some troops. The Haras would take 5 turns. We need some troops out there now, I think. 1 turn, to finish this one off. Let's go ahead and take that and we'll buy out. And then we'll make a wall. The palisades. And this guy, well, they start with 0 movement points. So we're just going to ignore that. But these guys, we now have walls over here. That is good. Now then, what do we want you to do? We might want to have an archer built here. It's going to take 4 turns, but we can buy out this as well. Now we only have 3 population, so that's going to consume 1 population. But we need some troops to defend our territory, because we are of course at war. So, alright, and then we still need to build something else. We could build a fort. We could build it over here on the river, in between these mountains that would block off a path. I think that's a good idea. It's going to take 2 turns, we could buy that out. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. We now have a view of this area. We could maybe send our troops over here on the next turn. Let's have a look. Now this one is an important border area, I would say. We're blocking off this passage. They could come around this side, move through our outpost territory. We could attach it. Let's see, it gives the ability to attach one of your outposts and its territory to an adjacent city. It requires an administrator in that city. Alright, so that would turn this into one big super province, I guess. And we might be able to get the benefits from here onto this city. And this is a pretty hemmed-in city, actually. We don't have a lot of room for growth unless we start making farmers' quarters in this direction. And now we could start building stuff here as well, adjacent to the garrison, I guess. But maybe this is a good idea, and it will give us a nice look at one of these features that we haven't tried before. So let's go ahead and attach that. Oh, look at that. Nibur has grown. It has now got 6 population because we got some population from this area over here. And they are still administered, so there's no downside to that, it seems. That is pretty cool. Now, let's just have a look. Maybe build stone walls. It's going to take 4 turns. Maybe instead of money, this person could work on industry. And that's still 4 turns. Maybe instead of science, we can also add another one on working here. 3 turns. Alright, I'll take that. That would be good. Let's end this turn. Population gain. Vasukani. Alright, and they need something to build. So we could go more food or whatever, but is that necessary? This doesn't really give us a lot. +2 everywhere. The Grand Mosque, +5 faith. Faith seems nice, but Artisan's Quarter, yes, let's go for that one. It's going to give us some extra money, it's going to give us some more production. And of course the coffee resource, +2 food per farmer, so that is going to help out as well. Overall, that is completely beneficial to us. Now this army is going to go ahead and move over there. And this might not be great, but let's see. These guys can move over here, I guess. And they still have 1 movement left. Let's maybe move them up to the high ground. They can protect all of this area. As for the idle city, Babylon can start growing some things as well. Now this is interesting, by the way. The walls only extend around the city, it seems, and not around this area. So you can build out and away from your city, but it's not going to be protected. So all of this is actually open to being taken. Right, so we could actually put another fort over here, because we have another little mountain range, and that could force the enemy to move around us. And it could cut them off from their own outpost. And they would have to cross a river, which would be not beneficial for them. So actually, yeah, let's go ahead and place a garrison over there. I think that's an interesting choice. Let's go ahead and go for that one. Now, has finished its palisades, and We might want to train another troop type here. We have, let's see, how many people do we have? 5. Let us go ahead and research, or not research, but build something else. So we could go for a swordsman. Will be relatively quick. Probably not as great as some other things that we could have. And we have this conversation bubble. Land and freedom. The Empire is a vast, glorious land of mountains and grasslands, stretching countless leagues and full of wonders and mysteries. Over many generations, your people have subdued many of its corners, but now you must ask the question, to whom do these lands truly belong? Show the details. We have a CIVICS point, so we have some choices here that we can make. We have communal land. The fruits of the earth will be enjoyed by all. Modify create outpost cost by minus 20%. And this would increase plus 15% industry on city or outpost and plus 5% money or inherited land. Family trees will best cultivate the soils over the generations. And this will say plus 10% industry, plus 10% money. Money is not that important. We haven't really put a focus on that in our playstyle, so this might be the better choice. However, we have plenty of options. So we already made our choices on these 4. We have land rights, independent peoples, we have army composition. We could go for this one with the professional soldiers. That will give us plus 1 combat strength. We don't have that many soldiers, so this would definitely help us out. And I think that will be a good choice while we are at war. So let's go ahead and take that one. And we know about this. Alright, so we have pretty much full control over our area, and we are exerting influence over this territory, which is controlled by the Mongols. And again, religious conversion. Oh, this is interesting. The edge of the map. All the way at the bottom. Why are we so slow? What's going on here? We have a long way to go. Oh, zoom in a bit maybe. Does that make it go faster? This is weird. Where the hell do we go from here? Wow. Oh, here we go. This map is much bigger than I thought. We haven't explored even half of it. Interesting. Alright, CIVICS point gain. Yeah, we just got one and then spent it. Our world deed has been locked. Or at least I think we only have 1 civic point. Yes, we had only 1. Alright. So, in this case, one of our territories here is, by the way, cut off from our other territories. I would have wanted to take Velzna, but that did not happen, obviously. Yeah, so these guys, they might actually want to attack us, and these are horsemen. They would be good and strong against my archers. That is not great. But it's too late now, and it seems they are moving away. Imperial power is researched. Now we could relocate to the capital. We could build the Commons Quarter, epicenter of the city's political apparatus. Here our legion of bureaucrats ensure the smooth running of our civilization. Plus 3 influence and plus 5 stability per adjacent district. Ooh, that's kind of nice. And customs farm. This is an internal upgrade, however, and not something you build out in the world. So Babylon gains another citizen. Sipar and Alright, attitude changed, Empire free. I really would like that to say just the name of the people we're dealing with at this particular time. Anyway, these people are going off into here, and they will be sentries. And these guys, I guess, are just going to hop on over and join their friends. Alright, now we have some idle cities. Sipar. Doesn't have walls, but it's fairly ice insulated. I don't think walls would be the priority here. Commons Quarter could be interesting. So if we build it here, look at that, plus 20 stability. It's going to cost a ton of food. We could build it here, it gives us plus 15 stability, 1 production, 3 influence. We have food in abundance, industry in abundance, so all of that is nice. What is our stability? Our stability is high. What else does it do? Yeah, it's not really useful for us at the moment. Let's see, plus 1. Yeah, again, that one, I don't see the point of a market quarter, really. unless you combine it really well with something else, but I also don't really see that happening. Oh, look at that. 4 production, but with 9 science. It's nice, but let's build some internal upgrades, I guess. The pottery workshop, why not? Give some extra influence, and it's fairly cheap. As for KISS, look at that. This is quite nice. We have a lot of walls around this city because we have a lot of stuff. That looks really cool. But maybe at this point in time, it might be beneficial to create some more warriors from this city as well. Maybe our unique unit, the Haras, but it takes 12 turns, man. That is a lot. But we might be able to buy it out. Ooh, next turn maybe. 727. Alright, a blossoming of beliefs. Religious feeling is strong across the empire, but that is not preventing discord from emerging from among the faithful. Great cities are finding themselves under the sway of diverse religious leaders who each see the standard creed with different eyes. New religious orders are emerging every year, and their influence is growing. What should you do with these groups? Just solve them. We get fanatical on 6 cities for 10 turns. We are one faith and should not allow a fracturing of our religion. Moves the order axis towards authority. Influence, we get tolerant, plus 5 faith for 10 turns. Each citizen must find their own way or lead. As world leaders of the faith, it is our duty to strengthen it and keep it pure, and this would move to tradition. Let's go for tolerant, because we are moving towards the world, geopolitical axis towards world. And it's still good. Still gives us that extra faith, and we can definitely use it. Alright, what's going on here? These guys have moved. We're building our walls over here. Now these walls should then be strengthened as well. Once this is finished, these will become stone walls, if I'm not mistaken. Feudalism is researched. +1 food on exploitation. That is nice. Ah, you didn't finish. Huh, interesting. Population gain in Kiss and Nibur, okay. Yeah. Oh, I love this song. Let's go ahead and get stoneworks. It's going to give a lot of extra production here, I think. We have 60 now. Let's see how that looks in the next turn. Meanwhile, siege tactics could be good. Hamlet, +1 worker, farmer, trader, stability, +1 researcher slot. Okay, so this is basically an extension for our city center and would allow more of every kind of person. War summons. Pikeman, crossbowman. Well, pikeman. Because I saw a lot of cavalry units here, and these are the Mongols, actually. So let's go ahead and get that one. Yeah, these guys are going to join together on the next turn. Let's end this turn and... Yes, there we go. Ooh, they're moving around. Babylon, population gain. Alright. They are moving super far. Holy hell. Alright, what are you? You're a regiment. And we would have greater strength, however, let us see if we can hop these guys in here. And we will attack from here instead with 2 people. And we will confirm this battle. A defeat? Why? And why did that not give us the option to fight ourselves? That is weird. That is super weird. Am I missing a button here? Because it even said that we were stronger overall, right? We are blue. They are stronger now, just because we are just these 2. Oh, that is not good. Alright, troops, units. We need some units. Let's see. Guardian. Close combat unit useful for protecting range units from cavalry. So these guys would be pretty strong against cavalry, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead, do them. We will buy those out to the Sabu Sakasi. These are our unique units, or were our unique units. And we'll get some archers. These guys won't be able to move this turn. These guys, oh, now I don't want to move them out. It's kind of cool though, you can see where the battle will be taking place, on which tiles. That is important information, but you're not going to do anything. In we are going to build another unit, because we need some. We're going to go with the Sabu Sakasti. And in Vasukani, this is pretty far away from the conflict. We just finished our second coffee bean thing. Let's see, we could start building over here now as well. Ooh, look at that, plus 12 production. That is a huge boost. We're going to build that in 2 turns. Ooh, very, very nice. And in Nibur, we are going to build another unit as well. Alright, let's have a look. What do we want to build? Sabu Sakasti, I guess. Oh, I clicked something away there. War summons research. Ah, that gives us access to... Ah. They're moving past the capital, seems like. Ooh, this is a pretty strong army. Bunch of horsemen. And the Promachoi. Champion. Stronger when attacking during the first round. Interesting. Ah, we can upgrade these as well. Interesting. What can we upgrade you into? Crossbowman. Ranged combat unit must have line of sight to attack. Fights at full combat strength even when defending against close combat attacks. Interesting. And the Sabu Sakasti can be upgraded into Pikeman. Ooh, we want the Pikeman. Yes. Thank you. We'll spend some money on this. Get some crossbowmen as well. Make them a little bit stronger. Now, if we attack these, they would be much stronger than us. That is not nice. These guys cannot be upgraded, so... But we could move them over here. And this might actually be a good time to take Velsna as well. There's still only 1 population. I don't think they have an army here, but we do need to protect our borders. And now we're really not doing anything with these with these forts. That's a bit shit. Anyway, we have an idle army. They are going to go on sentry duty. And in Babylon, this would be a good time to build some stone walls, I guess. These guys are, these guys are gathering up. Let's do something else. Let's get some more pikemen in here. So a bit late to start working on our military. We have a ton of people over here as well. This would be a good recruitment center. Horseman. The Haras. I want some Haras. I want to see what they do. We could buy out anyone? No. Anyway, more research. Siege tactics. And army hierarchy is also nice, because we could make bigger armies that way. So we're going to keep focusing on that for now. Again, it's a bit late. I've just been focused on building up. Oh, they're gathering. I'm just hoping they're not ransacking too much of our stuff here. Doesn't seem like it at the moment. They're just kind of moving around. World Lead has been locked. Now we have an opportunity here. A new grievance is available with you. You annex the city of independent people that I was the patron of. Demand to give Kirtan. Oh, let's see. No, I think we're not going to do that. It's a nice big territory though. Look at that chunky boy. But yeah, we're not doing that. Because we're already at war. I cannot divide my attention onto 2 different areas. But oh man, we have a ton of troops. Close to Nibur, Ur. They don't want to attack us, that is nice. And I do see an opportunity here, because these armies have split up. Now this one is pretty strong. We won't be able to deal with it. These guys are still moving over, and we're going to move them over here into our city district. The astronomy house. Now they could move into this army, but these guys are all by themselves, and we are super strong here. We're going to go ahead and attack them. And they are retreating. They are retreating super far away. That took up all of their movement. And that's about it. That's about all we can do, I think. We unlocked an error star. We have siege tactics. These guys are moving all over our territory and they're not doing anything. As far as I can tell. Population gain, Babylon, Kis, Ur, Vasukani and Nibur. We are growing.
Even I can tire.
And the Mongols. This is interesting. What is going on? Surrendering. They are surrendering to us. Their war desire is gone. Oh, that's why. Huh. Interesting. They are hate-filled though. Oh, here's where we can see our current attitude. Interesting. So our war desire is still very high because we have a lot of grievances. So here we would be in the right, I guess. Their war desire is just gone. -2 from declaring an unjust war. -2 from 2 territories influenced by the opponent. So we are having a cultural influence on them thanks to all of the influence we are generating, I guess. And -1 from proximity state as attacker. So let's have a look. Type, war score cost. Become Empire Zero's vassal. Now we are Empire Zero. This is blue, this is blue. So I guess they would become our vassal. Let's see. These terms are satisfactory. In exchange, you accept the other side's truce and end the war. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. We get a lot of reparation as well, I guess. So let's see what it does.
Surrender then.
This is what I live for.
Ooh, and look at that. We just got a bunch of fame. And we're gaining on these people as well. Let's see. You annex the city of an independent people that I was the patron of. Demand to give Hagmatana. Let's have a look. Well, we're not going to do that right now. Stole my independent people. Over here, relations. You're at peace. Alright, so we got a ton of money. Absolute ton of money. And they are, well, some of them are still in my territory. These guys are going to have to leave. The other ones seem to, well, oh no, all of them are pretty much in my territory still. But that is fine, really. We can combine these guys into a strong army. I guess. We would have room for one more. But we probably want to split up our troops a bit as well. So these guys, we could move them over here. Move them to the fortress. And we have a road here, so movement between here and there is actually pretty quick. Which is nice. Now, Babylon. At this point, let us be prepared for another war. We are going to upgrade the stone walls. And as for Vasukani, we're doing pretty well. Science, can we get good science anywhere? It costs us some food, but or +6 science over here. Was that the plan we originally had? Because I don't remember. I think it was. Mosque doesn't do anything, and we lost access to the other house. I think this was my original plan, right? So let's go ahead and go for it. And then as for science, let us have a look at the technology screen. So we are, gunpowder warfare, arquebusiers, that is pretty cool. Furnace steel, armory, high furnace, forest. The planting of thousands of tree saplings will transform the area into a thriving forest. That is pretty cool. Commodity markets, alchemy, apothecary. Oh yes, we're going to go for that because that was our priority anyway. That is what we are researching, and look at that. Plus 10% science. Now in our main city that would be extremely powerful. On top of that, +1 stability per researchers. That is very nice. So that is what we are going for. It's going to take some time, but I think that's going to be fine. So these guys, are they now our vassals, I wonder? It said that they would become vassals. We have 0 war desire, so we're not going to be able to fight again, I guess. But we could create another treat, or what's the word I'm looking for? Grievance. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. No, we could do some of these things as well. We could go for non-aggression pact. I don't know where I can see. Oh yeah, the history, accepted surrender. It's weird though, because they had a much bigger army than me. We made 1 retreat. Oh, this is interesting. You defeated your army, -1, -8 war desire. So that's like if you lose a lot, your people don't want to continue fighting. Yeah, bunch of things, but I didn't see what happened with the vassal stuff. Look at that, hate-filled. We follow different religions. We are envious of your resources. We surrender to you. You made demands, and we are more powerful than you. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they are. So it's interesting that they would surrender. Right? So Sipar gets another population. Interesting. And these guys are withdrawing to their territory. They could have also gone for here, I guess, but they haven't. Now we have a ton of money. We could spend that on some things. So let us see. We could make another maker's quarter somewhere, I guess. All that would cost us food. And quite a bit of it, in fact. What is this over here? Stone field. What if we built +5 science? Yeah. I don't know, man. +2, +3, +4. This is kind of nice, I guess. We could do this and then we would have a bit more range to build some other things, maybe. Grow a bit more. Now we have a regiment of Sabusakasti. These guys are going to go over here. And we could actually upgrade them. And we are going to go ahead and do that. It doesn't take up their movement or their turn, so that is nice. This regiment is going to go over here. I wonder, will we be stronger than them? Yes, we would be. Cool. Got some decent units here. These guys are going to skip the turn. Now, do we want to buy out? Yeah, we could buy this out. We have a ton of money. We could build the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. +1% science per district, +20% stability. Only 19 turns. We could build it pretty much anywhere. That's interesting. So we could find some worthless tiles somewhere that we will not expand to very quickly. Put it down in that corner. This doesn't seem to be doing anything for us, and it's a cool looking location. We can go for it. Use 8 population to buy that out? No. Next turn though, some cities are going to be able to help us out. Ur, for example, can share that project. Now it's 13 turns. We have an idle army, more Sabusakasti. These guys are going to move over here. And we are going to upgrade them into spearmen as well. These guys are going to move into our fortress, which would give a benefit to us in case of a battle. Look at that though. That would include multiple armies, I guess, or not. Not sure. But we are at peacetime, so it's fine. These guys are going to go on sentry mode, as well as you. Now we have an idle city, Vasukani. Do we want you to build anything else? Rather than... Oh, look at that. +8 science. It's going to cost us some food, but we have plentiful food. We could also build some food centers somewhere else. +3, -8, or +7. plus 6. This is just a base upgrade, it doesn't cost us anything else. I think we're going to go ahead and take that. Upgrade the food a bit, and then we could do something related to science again. Now we have an idle army, we have here the Haras. Let us say that they are going to move over to this settlement. Look at that movement range though. Oh, that is a lot. Right, you guys are going to join up. Now we have an idle city, Sipar. You can also join the shared project. Shave off 4 more turns. Because all the other ones, they're nice, right? All the other options are nice, but they don't seem of any... yeah, I don't think we need them straight away, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, a watery grave. The great coastal city of Sipar sends fishing crews far up and down the surrounding coastline. Now one of the new crews has made a startling discovery. Wreckage of an ancient galley lying well preserved in shallow waters. After brief scouting, an experienced diver offers to explore with their gang and promises a fixed payoff for the Empire. They warn that the expedition isn't for the inexperienced. What is your choice? Alright, so mobilize. Our military can explore the wreckage alone. The rewards are worth the risk. And we would move the geopolitical axis towards homeland. We could contract economic access towards individualism. Professionals should be used. A risk-free reward is worth losing some of the full bounty. And protect. We should let the dead sleep lest we offend their old gods. Tradition. No. Maybe do a contract or mobilize. Unexpected consequences. Well, yeah, that seems interesting. Base money upgrade. We have a ton of money. We don't really need to go for that much. Right? So we have a ton of places working on the mausoleum at Halicarnassus right now. I would like to get some more administrators. But look at that. Oh, we have something else we could build. Colony model. 57 turns. Wow. Create a city with a small package of infrastructures already built. Starts with 3 population, starts with 750 production. But look at that, man. That is a lot of turns to be working. That's not going to happen. Alright, so everyone except for Kiss is working on the mausoleum. Oh, and Nibber, actually. Alright, what are you going to do? We're not going to do any more people on the mausoleum here, I think. We're going to try and do something else. Let's have a look. Watchtower. Next upgrade forts. So standing tall over the city, watchtowers not only increase vision, but also allow nearby soldiers to be better coordinated. On garrison, +1 detection range, +1 combat strength in combat for units adjacent to the district. So this is our garrison, right? Doesn't really say, but I think this would benefit that area. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now what is going on here? Population gain in Babylon and Sipar. 18 population, man. That is insane. And we have way more people than we can use. We've got the maximum assigned to everything. So we would actually be well suited if Babylon here would build not a commons quarter, this other thing that would allow us to get more population. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's send our troops on their way. These guys are just kind of hanging out on our border. I don't really like that a lot, to be honest. Anyway, let's end the turn here. Population gain in Kiss, Ur, and Wasukani. Now this goes very fast. We're making a ton of food, seems like. And a new teaching. Interesting. So we already have 2 tenets. The first one we got, and then now we have the third one coming up. Bear not false witness. +1 science per state religion follower on holy sites. +5 faith. +1 maximum number of holy sites. That's a tier 2 tenet, by the way. We cannot pick anything else from this one. Cool. Let's see. Reject luxury. +1 industry per state religion follower. Undertake pilgrimage, so this is for influence. Basically, it seems like everything is just per state religion follower, and we get +1 of that thing. Money, science, I think, because that was our focus. So we're going to go ahead and go do bear not false witness. Nice. Now then, Kiss is idle. We could now build another another holy site. I'm not going to do that right now. We want to do something else probably. We could get +6 science over here, over there as well. But up top on the mountain seems nice. Science is always good for us. I just want to get super far into this tech tree. +11 at the cost of 2 food. But we just got this district, or this one was providing us with productivity, I guess. We're going to go for it. We have plentiful food. We don't need to worry about that. We're going to send our troops on their way. And I wish we could scroll a bit faster. Maybe there's a way to do that. It doesn't seem like it at the moment, but I might just be missing something. Outposts. Population gain. Interesting. The Umayyads. We could build a harbor. I mean, why not? I guess. Build it here. Just a few turns. There's not a real downside to this, except for they don't even have the thing, the stability. So it doesn't really matter. Heavy infantry, great swordsman. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Chivalry, Hamlet. Oh yeah, this is the one. I think we're going to go for chivalry next. I want that Hamlet technology. Population gain in the outposts. All right. Yep. I think that is fine. So we have stone walls on some of our most important border cities here. We have downsized walls over here, just the regular palisades. But we have stone walls here in Nibur. These guys don't benefit from that, unfortunately. These other cities are pretty well protected, except for Kiss. Well, maybe Kiss should also upgrade to stone walls, because they're also sharing a border with our buddy Vlad here. Maybe I should spend more money on this, because we have tons. We could buy this out, right? Why aren't we? Take this, buy it out. We need a ton of stuff, so we might as well. Irrigation, for stability, +2 industries. Nice. Buy it out. We're just going to spend a bunch of money now. Mountain, stone field, rocky field. I guess we have a ton of that. Would be beneficial. Buy it out. The numbers are increasing. Food markets. Something for food would be nice. Artificial reservoirs, +2 food and river. Buy it out. Pottery workshop, +2 influence. Buy it out. Going super fast now. But why not? And this one, the forge, +5 industry per coal or per copper. We have that. Why are we not building this earlier? Buy it out. Oh, it's good to have money to spend. Animal barns. Farmer's quarter. Yeah, it's not really that great. Barracks. Modify unit production cost by -5% is nice, I guess. Artisan workshop, +1 industry per workers. Yeah, let's make this into a worker powerhouse, I guess. And we cannot buy that out anymore. So we spent a ton of money there, but also significantly increased the production of that city. As for you guys, flood irrigation, +2 food and river. I don't know, it would benefit these guys as well, I suppose now. Right? There's a huge abundance of that though, so productivity would be nicer. We don't have copper in this terrain, I guess. There's no other thing. Yeah, we could do craftsman. At this point, we might as well look at that. Oh, +7. Cost 3 food, +6. +4, -4. Let's go for it. It's going to cost us a bit of food. But I think we'll manage just fine with what we have. Chivalry researched. New grievance available. Interesting. You claim the territory that is adjacent to one of my attached territories. Again, this area, I don't really care too much about it. We're just going to let that be. Now, Wasukani, what do we want you to do? They have plentiful food. They could use some more food, though. We have a lake here, it seems. Fishery. Let's go ahead and do this one, I guess. It's pretty quick. It's going to give us a bit of extra food, and we are going to need it. Now, as for technology, I wonder if there's... Ooh, look at that. Administrator, yes. Here is another one. I'm going to make a beeline for the administrator. So we are researching, I guess, seafaring. And then we will have the free-masted ship. Colony plan. Settlers. Caravel. Settlers. What is this? Interesting. Caravans full of families, livestock, supplies and hopes. These vulnerable convoys allow nations to establish distant footholds. Pretty interesting. Alright. One more turn, we'll get another society point. We seem to be doing okay on the religion side here. Right. We might want to grow that a bit more, get some cultural dominance over these guys. Slowly growing, so we might want to pick a tenet that helps us with that. Irreligion, religious tolerance, religious rights. Unlocks action procession on Empire 0, or modify religious district production cost by -10. Communal or personal, interesting. Religious tolerance. +5 faith in territories under a religion's influence. Let's do religious hostility. There is only one true religion, the rest spread falsehoods. Otherwise we will get influence, but we are going to go with religious hostility here. See how that works out for us. I know about that one. Alright, done. Now I wonder where we can see our total religion production. If we click on this, doesn't seem to really say. Right, we'll do another turn. Oh, an era star unlocked. Nice, I guess because of the science. And we have finished the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. For that we get 100 fame. That is nice. Look at that. Now I do kind of miss the little building cinematics we have in Civilization 6 actually. That is just a really cool feature. Got some more population, got a new grievance again. You have a different state religion. Demand convert to Babylonians shamanism. We have 3 of these now, and we are getting pretty strong. We have defensive walls. Let's go ahead and demand that they convert.
Death to your false idols!
I'll see you bleed for this.
They already hate us anyway. Population stolen.
Us all. Once more with a clean slate.
Crisis diffusal. Refuse.
You're teasing me, huh? The answer's no.
That will suit me.
Right, our war desire is going up. They don't want to give us anything though, because they hate our guts. People from your cities migrated to Harappa. This is not nice. You used the grand infinities to siphon away my population. Now how are you doing? Vexed. You have not behaved as a friend should. Don't expect their help anytime soon. Our war desire is much lower than yours. Our war desire is pretty damn high against them though. Less powerful than you, you are the leader of our religion. We have serious grievances against you. You refused our demands. Let's go ahead and demand this from them.
You will meet this demand.
So stupid, so ridiculous, so
Let's refuse, because we are stronger. Let's see what they do.
We both give something, we both give nothing. Same outcome.
That is very uninteresting.
They owe me
Stop
3,600.
Grown-ups are talking.
The Celts. You know what? We might be able to mobilize on them. I think that would be an interesting idea. Anyway, we could also do a holy site somewhere again. Somewhere that we don't have one already. Let's put one there, I guess. It's going to help with our religion. Is going to help out with that. Shave down on the time. Now Babylon actually could help out with that as well. Now it is 6 turns. Now Sipar. Let's have a look. Hamlet. You guys have 14 people and we cannot put them anywhere else. So building a hamlet actually would be super beneficial. Holy shit, look at that. If we build it over here, plus 12 food, plus 18 production, plus 3 science. Done. Sold. And Vasukani, we could do the same here, I guess. 8 turns, hamlet. Plus 6, plus 5. What do we need it? 3, 4, 2, 4. We have room to grow there. Research quarter. Plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. And there's 3 here already, which we are getting. Let's just build one there, I guess. Now, remnants of other faiths. The Empire strives for religious purity. Only believers of the one true faith welcome within your borders. Now with 2 holy sites across your lands, religion has never been stronger. It is time you address the dissidents in your empire who choose not to follow the faith. Unbelievers. Oh, interesting. We could go full on 40k and turn into the Emperor here. Eliminate unbelievers, like the Seas Carriers. The only prudent course of action for the unfaithful is death. Holy shit, that's pretty sick. Or to banish the unbelievers. Let the unfaithful spread their foul ideologies elsewhere. Oh man. Banish population or start the Inquisition. That's pretty sick. I like it. We have a big block of faith that's completely spread over the Harappans, or who are now the Celts, I guess. Oh, wrong button. And look, what about you guys? What is going on here? Hate-filled. Nothing changed there. Vexed. Yeah, so. Ooh, they have a lot of armies gathering at our borders, though. So I was thinking maybe we can send our armies over to the Harappans and try and deal with them. But I'm looking at this at my border and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. So we are going to go ahead and move some more people our way, I guess. Move these guys into our main city for defense. And I think by now we've played long enough. It's been fun so far. And it's definitely interesting now that we are gathering some grievances against the neighbors. They don't like us anymore and things are getting a little bit tense. But that's pretty interesting. Like, yeah, it wasn't my goal, but over time things happen. And we need to be prepared anyway. I'm not going to declare war on them anytime soon because they are stronger than us, but I am prepared now. We have big walls. We have some armies and choke points around the map. So I think we're prepared, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment below. It really does help out a lot. And I will see you guys for whatever video I'm doing next.